Instagram has changed. What used to work isn't necessarily working anymore. So that's why I'm going into Instagram in 2025 doing things differently. And in this video, I'm breaking down some of the big ways I'm changing my approach to the platform. So use the time codes. If you're impatient, smash that subscribe button and let's get into it. The first strategy I am implementing in 2025 is a quarterly content planning session. And I'm going to use this plan across the board on all the platforms I'm on. I'm on YouTube, on Instagram, my podcast, my emails. This way I have a really clear roadmap and I make sure that I'm hitting on everything that I sell because, spoiler alert, my offers have changed since I started this business in 2019. I actually recorded a whole other video about that here. But this quarterly content planning session is going to be crucial for my Instagram growth because it's going to empower me to be consistent. I'm actually teaching my membership students exactly how to do this same process. We're walking through it together. So if you want to learn too, join my membership, the Visible Visionaries Collective. You get access to the monthly workshop, one group coaching call with me, and you get my signature course on how to create videos fast and easily. The link to join is below. The second Instagram strategy I'm using in 2025 is rotating through my content pillars. This is not a super new concept, but the way that I'm doing it this year is changing. I'm using my AAA content pillar method, which focuses on authority content, argument content, and authentic content. I have 4 argument pillars. These are my areas of expertise, what I could teach people about for hours on end. I also have 1 argument pillar. This is great for educating my ideal customers on why my offers are important, why my methods work, why they should invest in me. And then there is 1 authentic pillar. Don't get me wrong, all the content is going to be authentic because I'm showing up in them as myself and I'm sharing my expertise and I'm not doing it in such a filtered way. But this authentic pillar is going to show behind the scenes, personal content, and prove I'm a real life human, not a robot video coach or an AI. So authority, argument, and authentic. The AAA content pillar method, if you will. The third strategy I'm using for Instagram in 2025 is using a mixture of types of content for different reasons. I'm going to post reels and carousels to attract new viewers to my content. I'm going to be going live and posting really informational carousels to nurture my audience. And I'll be converting followers to customers strategically with stories and DM automations. This attract, nurture, convert method is a sales strategy that I learned from Sabrina Phillip, an amazing business coach and sales genius. So this method is going to be huge for me on Instagram this year. The fourth strategy I'm using on Instagram is going to show my unique personality in my content. Authenticity is really what attracts your ideal customers to you on Instagram because there's probably lots of other people who do what you do on the platform, but there's only one you. There's only one you and the way that you approach the things that you do. And that's why building a personal brand and showing up as the face of your business in your marketing is so important because you are what is going to make your content stand out, not the latest flashy video trend or the newest camera or faceless reels. It's you and your lived experience and your expertise. The fifth strategy I'm using on Instagram is holding nothing back with the value that I give. I've developed a really great method to share my knowledge without giving everything I know away. This is a really common thing that other course creators or service providers or consultants bring to me. They're nervous about giving away everything for free. Drop a yes in the comments below if you're nervous about that too. So if you want to steal my method, peep the description below. It's my entire quarterly content planning method and it's going to be so useful for you. This is what we're doing inside of my membership. By the way, if you're watching this before January, you might be able to catch the workshop live. So grab your ticket or snag the workshop replay. I'm keeping the price super accessible for you because I know this information is so life-changing and I want as many business owners to have access to it as possible. The sixth strategy I'm using on Instagram this year is filming more direct-to-camera content. A big prediction among like a bunch of Instagram gurus is that this year on the platform, high-value direct-to-camera reels that are similar to YouTube videos but shorter are going to be an important feature in your content. I've been preaching this since day one of posting on videos on Instagram. Seems like everyone's finally caught up. And the reason behind this though, that it's like coming around now, I'm pretty sure it's because people want original content, not just B-roll content that feels like anyone with access to an AI chatbot could look up some information and create it. The seventh strategy I'm using on Instagram this year is posting lots of carousels with photos and not just like brand photos, actual photos from my camera roll on my phone. These feel more organic and real to customers. They feel less salesy. And I think being able to capitalize on carousels this way is going to be huge. You can easily create carousels with valuable information and using photos from your camera roll gives it this storytelling element, this organic feel, this really personable element to your carousels instead of just the highly designed ones that you can create in Canva. Don't get me wrong, I'm still using Canva. I love Canva, and I will be doing some design carousels. However, I think people are more attracted to the more organic look of photo carousels from your camera roll, text just overlaid. The 8th Instagram strategy that I'm going to be using in 2025, I'm going to be using storytelling and relating to my personal experience all the time. Anytime you can incorporate personal stories, analogies, etc. It just hits differently. This is marketing 101. For example, in a reel, instead of saying 3 tips for better videos, start it by saying, if I was recording my first video, here's 3 things I'd do. The 9th strategy I'm using on Instagram this year is focusing on my feed. I'm not going to make it look perfect by any means, but my word for 2025 is strategic. And I actually used to be really good being strategic with my feed. So I want to bring that back this year. I'm going to make sure that my feed creates a Netflix effect. So with my reel cover images, for instance, if the organic one from the reel itself isn't clear or compelling enough, I'm for sure going to create a reel cover that makes people want to click on that video. The 9th strategy I'm using on Instagram in 2025 is to use SEO and hashtags to help the platform categorize my content. So Instagram is becoming more and more like YouTube in the sense that it's a search engine. So using SEO on your posts is always a good idea. But if you are using hashtags, make sure you have an IQ Hashtags account so you can make sure you aren't using banned hashtags, because if you do, Instagram will limit your reach. Instagram strategy number 10 for 2025, I'm ditching the multiple account approach. Last year, I tried to launch a separate account for education. That was my Shauna.videocoach account, because after I had my baby, I was kind of trying to figure my life out and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do business-wise, and I'd built a really good personal brand on Shauna Yurko. But this year, we're dialed in. Everything goes through my personal brand account. I'm crystal clear on what I'm offering in 2025, so I can be crystal clear on what I want to talk about in my content. So I'm no longer going to be splitting efforts and trying to keep up with multiple accounts. I found this to be paralyzing because it was so overwhelming, and that led to inconsistency, and it was also really discouraging. So let's be lean and mean in 2025. Do less and earn more. Those are 10 Instagram content strategies I'm taking with me into 2025. I'd love to hear what you want to learn about Instagram this year so I can continue to make content that serves you. Don't forget to join my membership, the Visible Visionaries Collective, if you want to use 2025 to grow your personal brand using social media. And if this video was useful for you, it would mean the world to me if you shared it with your business bestie who wants to grow on Instagram in 2025. And of course, hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the fire content I have coming up. Thanks for being here, my friend, and happy brand building. I'll catch you in the next video.